This program contains images which may be disturbing to younger or sensitive viewers. Parental discretion is advised. Tonight on Guinness World Records Primetime, in living color, she's a walking work of art, and her canvas is her flesh. It's the world's most tattooed woman. You won't believe what she had to endure to break the record. Also, Alex is the smartest bird on the planet.
How many blue block?
4.
It's an animal with the vocabulary of a human being.
What toy?
Chain.
And it could be the most dangerous record we've ever shown. 14 stories about downtown Los Angeles.
I might be a little crazy when it comes to doing these stunts, but I'm not stupid.
Super Joe Reed goes for a building-to-building motorcycle jump.
You don't clear the obstacle, you die. If you overjump the obstacle, you die.
And Rebel XD is a rapping machine. But is he fast enough to sing his way into the record book?
Let's read back the rap.
I'm coming. And then I kind of lost it after that.
Plus, classic Guinness. His name is Who, and that's no hat he's wearing. It's the man with the world's longest hair. And a record not for the faint of heart. Eating live nightcrawlers. Watch if you can as Mark Hogg attempts a Guinness record that even the Guinness judges had trouble stomaching. It's real people, real danger, and real records. Are you ready for Guinness Primetime? From Los Angeles, the host of Guinness Primetime, Chris Collinsworth.
Good evening and welcome to Guinness World Records Primetime. Tonight we'll begin with something you will never forget. The woman you're about to meet has broken a Guinness record that has stood since the early 80s. Her extreme record is 7 years in the making. I guarantee what you're about to see will boggle your mind. Let's go to Mark Thompson in our Guinness studio.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to meet the Guinness record holder as the most tattooed woman in the world. From Foothill Ranch, California, Julia Ganussi. What you're looking at is completely real. These are actual tattoos, not press-ons. Each one meticulously crafted. As a matter of fact, every single one of Julia's tattoos was done by the same tattoo artist. Julia spends between 3 and 5 hours during her tattoo sessions. That's an amazing 208 hours she spends a year under the needle. Julia tells us that the most sensitive areas of her body are her stomach and the back of her legs. There's no set pattern to the tattoo artwork. It's a kaleidoscope of characters, symbols, and people who've all been a part of Julia's life.
It is utterly remarkable. Did you get that reaction that we saw here everywhere you go?
All the time.
What do people do?
Double takes, motorcycles laid down. I had that happen.
And how many tattoos do you have?
Over 400, at least over 400. And they're all sitting on top of each other, just about. Connection is there. They all mean something. There's a connection, so it's very, very solid.
If I were going to get a tattoo like this, I don't have a tattoo, what does it feel like when you're getting it?
You know how it feels to get a shot when you go to the doctor. You know, no one knows what to expect from this kind of a needle. But once you're into it, you numb out as the session goes on.
Julia, we happen to have a before picture of you. This is you 7 years ago, before you had any tattoos. I must say, you were very naturally beautiful. I know you started all this because you had a rare skin disease. Tell us about that.
Yes, I have porphyria. and it's from sunlight, overabundance of sunlight, and then you get severe blisters on the skin that can become 3-degree burns. So I came up with this remedy of tattooing. I felt that the color would add beauty and cover the scars and give me something to look forward to looking at every day.
I can understand the body. Tell me, if you would, how you came to start on your face and what you decided to put on your face. Obviously, that's the most prominent thing that people see.
Well, most of the tattoos have been, designed and created and talked about between both Art and I. And
Art is your tattoo artist who's done all this work.
Yes.
Art Godoy.
So then between us, we would think these things out, and then, begin at the forehead with the unicorn, and then coming down with a diamond that goes around the nose.
And a dragon, right? Did you do this at the same time?
Unicorn and a dragon. And then I said, let's start with, like sky scene coming down with water. So then we had the birds, and down below we had the frog sitting in a pond, and water beneath him with snakes on the neck that's right here, a swamp, and it just goes on down.
Isn't that interesting? You're absolutely right.
Right.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I mean, it's remarkable.
Yes.
How much does this all cost? How much?
The money that I've invested in my body right now has come to $70,000 to $80,000.
Do you work for a living?
Oh yes, I had a bakery for 12 years, and I do all kinds of things.
And what's your first tattoo? Can you show us the very first one that began this whole thing?
This is my octopus right here.
On your left leg.
Right.
Take us on a tour of some of your favorite tattoos, or just a few
All right.
spots. Lucy, I know you have.
Oh yes, definitely Lucy. And then the Beverly Hillbillies, we have,
Yeah, here they are.
all of them. Three Stooges,
Three Stooges.
we have them on the back.
The Beatles are on your right ankle.
Yes. And we still have to put the yellow submarine around them. We'll be done with that. Popeye, I am what I am, and that's what I am.
And there are a couple of Alfred E. Newmans, the bearded Alfred E. and then the beardless Alfred E. Just remarkable. The faces of Kiss are on your back leg as well. Have you a tattoo anywhere that you are not happy with, or you are not currently happy with?
The only one that we did a cover-up on was Elvis. I don't know why I put him there, but then we turned him into Mickey Mouse.
Where's the...
He's right there. The love just disappeared for him. That's all I can say.
I can't imagine it's possible, but if there's anyone out there who thinks they can beat Julia's record, let us know. Julia's got tattoos of almost everything imaginable, but there is room for some more, and I understand she'd like, in honor of her new Guinness record, to add our logo. So with the help of your personal tattoo artist, Art Godoy, we're going to send you both off stage to get that primetime branding and to continue the tattoo work. Ladies and gentlemen, the most tattooed woman in the world, Julia Danucci. And that's Art Godoy, her personal tattoo artist. The most tattooed woman in the world.
We'll check back later in the show, and you will see how Julia's new tattoo looks when it's all done. We'll be back.
Still ahead, a death-defying record attempt. Super Joe Reed takes on a 14-story building-to-building motorcycle jump. And it's classic Guinness. His name is Who, and that's no hat he's wearing. It's the man with the world's longest hair. Plus, a record not for the faint of heart. Watch Mark Hogg attempt a Guinness record, eating live nightcrawlers. Time now for tonight's Guinness game. According to Guinness, who holds the distinction of being the most frequently jailed Hollywood movie star? Is it A, Sean Penn, B, Robert Downey Jr., or C, Errol Flynn? The answer when Guinness Primetime returns.
Hi, Wink here. I want to thank everybody out there who is supporting my new Wink's Word Searches book. It's word searches with a trivia twist. I've compiled a series of 75 themed puzzles, ranging from Back to the Future to Yellow Stuff and everything in between. When you're done, you'll be challenged to answer my Winker's Thinker. Play hide and seek with words and test your trivia IQ. Kind of fun, and it's available now on Amazon. Pick up a copy.
So, according to Guinness, who holds the distinction of being the most frequently jailed Hollywood movie star? Is it A, Sean Penn, B, Robert Downey Jr., or C, Errol Flynn? If you guess Sean Penn, you're wrong. He's only been to the slammer 2 times. Robert Downey Jr. has been incarcerated 3 times. But that's not the record, although he's still young enough to have a shot at breaking it. The man he has to catch is Errol Flynn. The Tasmanian-born Flynn was jailed at least 4 times on a wide variety of crimes in a number of different countries. He was booked for assault in New Guinea. He was later charged with murder in the same country, but was acquitted when the prosecution couldn't find a body. He got a view through bars in Somalia for hitting a customs agent and spent a night on a jail cot in New York for stomping on a policeman's foot. Flynn, who usually played daring, swashbuckling roles on the screen, led a life that was hardly much tamer. He was such a notorious womanizer, even the newsreels of the day poked fun at him.
When Errol gets this look in his eye, look out, girls. It only means one thing.
But his penchant for young girls,
I wonder what our old man's gonna say.
eventually got him in trouble. In the early 40s, he was prosecuted in 2 different Los Angeles cases for statutory rape. He beat both, but not before a new phrase entered the language. In like Flynn.
Welcome back. Guinness records involve people, places, and things that are one of a kind. So a bird with the intelligence of a 6-year-old human would certainly qualify. His name is Alex, and he holds the Guinness record for the world's smartest bird.
Now, how many?
2.
Yes, believe your eyes. Scientists stopped short of calling it counting.
What number?
5.
5 is right. Good boy.
But this parrot answers questions like how many with startling accuracy.
Tell me what's different.
Color.
That's right. Good guy. Color's different.
He identifies objects.
What toy?
Nail.
You're
Nail.
right.
Good boy.
He actually uses human speech to express what he thinks and how he feels.
Want to go back?
Want to go back? Well, we can't go back for a bit, okay? You can't go back outside until we finish, all right? Then you can go back, okay?
His name is Alex, a 22-year-old African gray parrot currently being studied at the University of Arizona. Alex has brought a lot of attention to his southwestern alma mater by blurring the very lines that used to separate humans from the rest of the animal kingdom. Alex has learned to respond just like we do with English speech.
What's different? None different. You're right. You're right.
Essentially, he has learned a 2-way communication system. And that's what's exciting, because nobody thought that a non-mammal, a non-primate, a non-human even, could do that.
Alex is no genetically engineered superbird. He was plucked at random from a pet shop. What makes him different is nearly 2 decades of private tutoring by biologist Dr. Irene Pepperberg.
I'm going to put you back on your cage. What shape?
4. Corner.
That's right. 4 corners.
What a nut.
Yes.
She had a hunch these birds were as smart as dolphins or chimpanzees. She discovered in Alex something even beyond her wildest imagination.
What toy?
Keychain.
That's right. Keychain. Good guy.
Alex learns through modeling, repetition, and lots of praise for correct answers.
Paper.
Paper. Good boy. That's a good parrot.
His brain is no larger than a walnut, but that doesn't stop Alex from proving that bird brain is no longer an insult, but a compliment of the highest order. Look at this tray, a confusing collection of shapes and colors. Now watch Alex.
How many blue block?
4.
4 is right. Good boy. You're right.
Watch again.
How many green wool?
2.
2 is right. Good boy.
Now, if Alex hasn't given you the heebie-jeebies yet, watch this.
What sound?
Or.
Or, that's right. Good boy.
This bird is learning to sound out pieces of words. Watch again.
Come on, what sound? That's right. Shh. That's shh. Yeah, that's shh. You're right. Good boy. We're trying to see if Alex can identify the sounds that make up human speech. And the reason for that is to see what his understanding is of the bits and pieces that make up the words that he knows. What is it?
Shower.
Yeah. Does that feel good? Yeah.
The largest parrot vocabulary is 800 words, and Alex knows just a few more than 80. But other parrots simply mimic human speech, while Alex has mastered it. Guinness has singled out this reasoning, conversing, problem-solving natural wonder as far and away the world's smartest bird.
You'll be good.
Now, if you think your pet is as smart as Alex, have him drop us a line. We'll be right back.
Coming up, 14 stories about downtown Los Angeles. Super Joe Reed goes for Guinness glory with a death-defying building-to-building motorcycle jump. Plus, watch if you can, as Mark Hogg attempts a Guinness record that even the Guinness judges had trouble stomaching.
Welcome back. If you tell Super Joe Reed to take a flying leap, he'll do it, literally. Tonight, Super Joe will attempt to set a new Guinness record by jumping his motorcycle between two 14-story buildings.
July 30th, 1998, Los Angeles, California. This is where Super Joe Reed will take his ride on the wild side. He will attempt to leap from the rooftop of one 14-story building to the rooftop of another across 65 feet of open air, launching his motorcycle across a 140-foot deep tomb of brick walls and pavement.
We need somebody on these boards to pull them out. Somebody get by them.
Just how dangerous is this stunt? There's no way to rehearse it, and no one has ever risked their life to attempt it.
I always look into every worst-case scenario that I can dream of in my wildest nightmares.
Joe's nightmare would be to fall short or overshoot the building across the way.
If you overjump the brick wall at the other end of the building, you die. The worst-case scenario happens, we don't make it across, hit the front of the building, and then start to fall. I might be a little crazy when it comes to doing these stunts, but I'm not stupid.
Joe Reed is 40 years old, married to Jennifer, a motorcycle daredevil, current Guinness record holder for the highest roof-to-roof motorcycle jump, which he hopes to better by 8 stories. Joe will gamble his life on the power and handling of the Spanish-made 250cc gas dirt bike. The 4-speed Roadster has a liquid-cool engine and can go from 0 to 60 in just 5 seconds. The cramped rooftop offers Joe a mere 116 feet of acceleration. He'll need every inch of that space to be able to attain the speed it'll take to launch his bike across the cement canyon. Adding to the difficulty of the jump, the runway is like an obstacle course, littered with pipes and skylights.
We have to literally go between those skylights with our feet up on the pegs to get a straight run at the ramp to jump across over to the other side.
On the other side, Joe's got one huge problem. Joe needs 200 feet to stop the bike, and he doesn't have it.
So we're going to be trying to stop a 250cc motorcycle, a dirt bike, on the roof of a building 14 stories up in less than 63.5 feet.
So how do you turn 63 feet into 200 feet? Joe makes up the difference with 2 layers of nylon fishing net, and if they fail, the only thing left to stop Joe is a brick wall that could kill him.
We are going to be going into those nylon nets on that side, whoever's over there. Fire guys, we're going to be staying on this side because we'll hit them and we're going to go Fuji, okay?
We're gonna go deep into it, over to the other, near the other wall, but we shouldn't get there.
If there's a net deployment and there's an unconscious or severely injured person, no one is to go into that net and try to pull that person out. That will become a fire department operation at that point.
A road warrior, Joe is wrapped in a heavy leather bodysuit and is wearing knee pads, shoulder pads, elbow pads, chest protector, back brace, and a helmet. We rigged a tiny camera to Joe's safety glasses for these Guinness exclusive shots. Here you see part of Joe's ritual to psych himself up for his stunt. He envisions the route his bike will travel. He blocks out the fear of what could go wrong and decides to go for it. Before he makes his high-flying leap, Joe tests his gears and gets a feel for the ramp. There seems to be something wrong. Joe does another test run. An unforeseen problem has Joe very worried.
It feels like it's slipping.
Where?
Back there. It could be that we reached the dew point or there's moisture on the ramps. I don't know.
It felt like it was slipping every time I took off the first 3 or 4 test runs that I did.
65 feet of open air separates Joe Reed from a Guinness record or an early grave. 14 stories below, firefighters and paramedics have cleared the streets and are standing by to protect the public in the event Joe's bike comes up short and crashes to the ground. Joe's in position. This is it. He's off. But no, Joe stopped. Something's wrong. He aborted the jump.
I thought it was too wet. It's looking out.
Joe's bike is still skidding on the wet ramp. While the crew tries to soak up the moisture, Joe slowly heads back to the starting point. The crew is wiping down the ramp, and Joe must now make the toughest decision he's ever made.
And I would have to take literally my life, my motorcycle, and my mind in my own hands to make the decision whether to go or not.
Joe decides to risk it all and go for it. If even a small patch of water remains on the ramp, this jump could be lethal.
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to wheelie. I don't know if I'm going to loop out. I don't know if it's going to slip and I'm not going to make it across.
Super Joe Reed is going to put his life on the line. 14 stories below, the crowd feels the tension. He revs his engine, shifts gears, and he's off. This is for a new Guinness record. Joe Reed has made it, but he's crashed into the net and beyond. He hit the wall. Joe Reed has hit the wall beyond the net. Paramedics on the way. Let's see what went wrong. Joe gets the height he needs to easily clear the 65-foot span between the two buildings, but watch as his motorcycle buckles on impact and his body is hurled over the top of the safety net. The wall is all that stops him from plunging 140 feet to his death. But he's slammed into that wall with a deadly force. Joe's still down, but it looks like the paramedics are helping him to his feet.
Tell him, give him a thumbs up. Tell him I'm okay. Thumbs up.
He's okay.
Still dazed and visibly shaken, Joe Reed is lucky to be alive. It's official. Super Joe Reed has set a new Guinness record for the highest rooftop-to-rooftop leap. A height of 14 stories across a span of 65 feet. Here it is from another angle. Here's a slow-motion look at the bone-crunching landing. It's amazing that Super Joe could walk away from this near-fatal crash without so much as a scratch.
Never had a broken bone, any motorcycle jump, anywhere, practicing, rehearsing, 14 stories off the ground at night. Nobody can touch me.
Here's one last look at Super Joe Reed's high-flying ride into the Guinness record book. Unbelievable. Stay with us.
Rebel XD is a rapping machine, but is he fast enough to sing his way into the record book? Then Mark Hogg attempts a Guinness record, eating live night crawlers. It's a record not for the faint of heart. This program contains images which may be disturbing to younger or sensitive viewers. Parental discretion is advised.
Welcome back. Snoop Doggy Dogg, Wu-Tang, Puff Daddy, all record-setting rap artists. And now there's Rebel XD. And what sets him apart from all the other rappers is speed. Mark Thompson is with him in our Guinness studio.
His mother knows him as Shondale Price, but in the rap world, he's Rebel XD. He's with me now, and you already hold a Guinness record.
That's correct.
For the fastest rapping.
Right.
674 syllables, was it, in under a minute?
Right. 54.9 seconds, to be exact.
Actually, really under a minute.
Right.
Tonight, you're here to break that record?
That's correct.
Well, to help you get in the groove, you brought your own DJ from the south side of Chicago.
Right.
Yeah, DJ E. And tonight, I should tell you that Rebel will be rapping an original composition entitled Record Breaker. To make certain that you're enunciating each and every syllable of every word, we have a speech analyst, Art Mankey, right over here. He's going to be here to verify each and every syllable, and it's all going to be digitally recorded on the latest computer software. We've been preparing for you. In fact, double insurance. We'd ask the Guinness record holder as the world's fastest court reporter, Linda Sturm, to come here from Columbus, Ohio. She's taking down everything you say. You think you can keep up with the fastest rapper, Linda?
I'm going to give it my best.
You're happy with the equipment. You're familiar with the equipment. Already I'm speaking too quickly for you, aren't I? You're thrown right now, aren't you? You're shaking, aren't you?
I am.
All right, Linda. Wait till you hear Rebel. He's amazing. If you're ready, and are you?
Definitely.
You'll have 60 seconds. The stage is yours. DJ, get him in the groove.
Yeah. Y'all ready to witness this? Okay. I'm about to do this. I'm coming to rock and taking a rap and breaking them up. When we come to taking them and taking them up on my side, when they get them and taking them out, when we seeking them out, I'm giving hit them one, jump, look at the radical, then I'm still style, I'm putting them back in line, when I'm making a rhyme, when I'm coming to get them and breaking them up, when it's becoming an enemy, turn incredible lyrical epitome, open the cover, you'll not be double the store, I hold them down on my title, I'm making it vital, and then I'm getting them on the side, I'm hanging them up, when they become the bottom, me, that'll be dumb, and the fact I kind of be stupid to step when I'm taking the weapon away from rap, when I'm dope, then I'm capping and packing and packing and grabbing and rapping and choke. Stupid committee of rappers that want to be lyrical enemies soon be stepping away, and I'm making it better, and then let them stepping and get them, egging them up, when I'm making them up, when I'm taking them out, when I'm taking them out of my academy, get them better and better, and later, when you want to be stepping to me, when I hit them, conjure back, and rhyme on the floor, and drop them down, when I kick them, and I'm rapping, and be competitive, making a skeleton, when I'm hitting, eating, beating, and seeing them, and sticking them out, when I come in the feeding, and popping and dropping and coming and mopping them up when I get them and then I'm a shock, I'm making a prayer when I'm breaking it down with lyric and making it follow me. I hate with a script and ripping, picking, tripping up on all the beat. Stepping away when it becoming giving the kind of credible that I'm rapping about, I'm breaking the rap and making it get away when it becoming attacking, hacking and backing them up and packing and racking them up when I get them, I got them and checking and wrecking and making them want to get out of my realm when I come in the jam when I'm rapping, pinning me, smacking the ceiling and trapping the enemy. Then I'm a slam, hit a second and waking them up, kicking, breaking them up when I'm taking the mic up into my hand. I'm gonna get them the lyric, I heard them and wrecking them in. My lyric is making them wonder why many be thinking the sand is luck and I'm taking the duck and I'm breaking them up when I hit them meant to rubber erupt.
Great job. Great job. Rebel XD!
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, it sounded like a world record to me. We're going to check with Art Mankey to make sure that everything was copacetic. He's going to decipher every word while we're doing that, and he's going to check that out. Let's check with the world's fastest court reporter. Linda?
Yes.
Let's read back the rap. See what we have.
Okay, I'm about to do this. And then we started the rap. I'm a comin'. And then I kind of lost it after that. And then it looks something like flim flam rubba dubba and I rubbing a dub, double the fact. Ema take 'em being up. Take particular the coming getting. A rippin' and a shippin'. And I
Hey, she got a rippin' and a shippin'. How about a round of applause for the world's fastest court reporter. All right, let's see if you broke the record. All right, Rebel, the judges are checking out your rap with the digital software. Let's listen and see what you sound like at almost normal speed.
Taking them up out of my sight when I get them and taking them out when I be seeking the mic.
Does it all check out, judges?
Perfect. 683 syllables in an amazing 54.5 seconds.
Congratulations, Rebel XD!
Thank you.
Thank you, judges! Also, our thanks to our special guest, Linda Sturm. The world record, Rebel XD!
Way to go, Rebel. We're coming right back.
Coming up, it's Classic Guinness. His name is Who, and that's no hat he's wearing. It's the man with the world's longest hair. Plus, watch if you can as Mark Hogg attempts a Guinness record, eating live night crawlers. It's a record not for the faint of heart. But first, another game from the pages of Guinness. According to Guinness, what is the longest time a human has gone with a nail in the head? Is it A, 22 weeks, B, 22 months, or C, 22 years? The answer when Guinness Primetime returns. So, what is the longest time a human has gone with a nail in the head? Is it A, 22 weeks, B, 22 months, or C, 22 years? The answer is C, 22 years.
Robin Hanshaw of Stoke Poges, England had a 1-inch nail embedded near his right eye for all that time and didn't even know about it. This odd story began when he was clearing his garden and stepped on one end of a wooden plank. The other end flew up and slammed him with such force, it drove the nail all the way into his head. But since the nail went all the way in, Robin didn't even know it. He just knew his head hurt and that he had a lump, and then he developed an infection.
I went to the doctor and his report was that he probably thought chipped a bone. But it took about 3 courses of antibiotics to clear up the infection. Once it was cleared up, it just, I thought no more of it, really. Though there was a little lump there, and it stayed there for 20-odd years.
But when Dr. Colin Yates saw the lump, he decided to investigate. The x-rays took him by surprise.
It looked like a nail, and a rusty nail at that.
When Robin told him the story of the board, that confirmed it, and out the nail came.
A simple incision over it, and it came out without any difficulty at all.
This is what Dr. Yates took out. Robin still keeps it in a jar, a rusty reminder of how he literally hit the nail on the head.
Since we started Guinness Primetime, you've met the world's shortest twins, the man with the longest fingernails, and the tallest human being to walk the face of the earth. Now we present more classic Guinness with a record that is 69 years in the making.
Who has hair? A lot of hair. In fact, the new Guinness record holder for the man with the world's longest hair hasn't had a haircut since 1929. This is Hu Satiao, home Monga, Thailand, age 85. Occupation, medicine man. In his remote mountain village in northern Thailand, Hu spends much of his day smoking the local herbs and dealing with villagers' health problems. He's widely respected in his community, and he attributes his success directly to his long hair.
I cut it when I was 18 and got really sick. So I decided I'd never do it again. Since then, I've been able to call up ghosts to help heal the sick.
In November of last year, Hu and his older brother Yi had their hair unrolled and measured with 2 different measuring tapes. Guinness rules stipulate that the hair must be measured from the crown to the tip of the main body. Stray hairs don't count.
The strand ends about 5 meters and 15 centimeters.
This translates into a whopping 16 feet 11 inches.
This is definitely a new record.
Hu has shattered the old Guinness record by more than 3 feet. Brother Yi's hair is 16 feet 2 inches. Good enough for second place, and that isn't too bad when you consider Yi had a little trim back in 1959. Hu vows that not a strand from his record-setting head will ever be cut off, at least while he's alive. But his will stipulates the villagers will be allowed to keep it as a totem for good luck when he dies. And as for hair care, Hu has some tips. Wash thoroughly and carefully with laundry detergent and rinse well. But don't repeat for at least a year. And in the meantime, keep it rolled up in a practical beehive hairdo.
I just wrap it up here and put my hat on top. It helps keep me warm.
When who has a bad hair day, who has a bad hair day? We'll be right back.
Next, a record not for the faint of heart. Eating live nightcrawlers. Watch if you can as Mark Hogg attempts a Guinness record that even the Guinness judges had trouble stomaching.
Well, they've reset our Guinness studio, so let's go back to Mark Thompson for another record attempt.
I'm here with Mark Hogg of Louisville, Kentucky. Mark, you remember the infantry, I know.
82nd Airborne, yes.
And you're going to attempt a record tonight that involves something that you learned during your survival training?
Yes, sir.
Now, the table is set for your record because you're going to eat one particular thing. Let's show everyone now what that thing is. They don't like the light, it seems, do they?
Not much. That's why they call them night crawlers.
What is a night crawler?
It's a large fishing worm. It's the biggest fishing worm made.
The biggest fishing worm there is,
yes,
huh? Now, you're going to eat these night crawlers and they'll be alive?
Yes, sir.
Where did you discover that you had the talent for eating live night crawlers?
I was 82nd Airborne in Fort Sherman. We went on a 6-week survival course.
Survival course. And in the 6 weeks, you have to just eat what's out in the environment?
Yes, sir.
So you're literally digging around for these things?
Worms, slugs, anything out of the ground you can find.
We should point out that worms are actually an excellent food source with great nutritional value. You know, they're 82% protein, low in fat, and in fact, a better source of protein than chicken. How do they taste?
There's not much taste to them at all.
Do you clean or prepare them in some way?
Yeah, you clean them, you can handle them, spray them, and you move around your hand a little bit, and they'll de-poop themselves.
Oh, sometimes you feel like you asked one question too many, you know? Let's show everybody exactly what you'll be doing here. Yeah, these are 4 to 6 inch night crawlers. Can everybody get a good look? Oh, really? Oh, no. I'm sorry. No, they're crawling out of my hand. They look like, I just want you to know they're real, aren't they, sir?
They're real.
They're real, all right. They're real slimy is what they are. Will you show us how you eat one, Mark?
I'll do one here. Take this worm.
Now, can you feel them going down?
Just for a couple of seconds. Once they reach down there, you can feel them for a few seconds, and that's it.
And once they're in your stomach, can you feel them?
Just for a couple of seconds.
Again. Now, you obviously don't mind eating worms, these live night crawlers. Is there anything that you do mind eating?
Sushi. I will not touch sushi. That's it. No.
You will not touch sushi?
No raw fish. No, I won't eat that.
All right. Well, are you ready for your challenge?
Yes, I am.
All right. Tonight, Mark's going to attempt to set a Guinness record for the most number of worms eaten in 30 seconds. There are a total of 50 night crawlers on that plate in front of you. At the end of 30 seconds, Mark, you know you have to open your mouth so that the Guinness judges can be certain that all the worms you've eaten have been swallowed. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Audience ready? All right. Let's 3, 2, 1, go! That's all 50 of seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time. Mark Hogg, you have to see it to believe it.
Thank you.
I mean, you poured through the 50 inside the first 15 seconds. I have to think that, you could have gone for another handful, but you know that we couldn't keep count of those that we hadn't pre-counted. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at that again in slow motion. Here it is. Now, you swallow all of those?
Yes, sir.
So you're not chewing any of them?
No.
Now, what does that feel like, all of them going down at once? I mean, that's slithering and...
You're eating oysters. It's just like sliding oyster down.
Yeah, you have a problem with sushi? Now, what are you doing? The one's dangling off of your mouth like that, and you're sucking in like a piece of spaghetti?
Yes, sir.
And that's a lot of protein, so you figure that's like, what? A couple pieces of chicken?
At least.
Equivalent. Now, look at this. This is you taking them out individually. What was slowing you down was the...
Picking them up.
Picking them up, exactly. Great finish. The Guinness judges are reviewing the tape, and I'm told you ate not only all the 50 that were on the plate in front of you, but 7 from this bowl for a total of 57 Nightcrawlers in 30 seconds eaten. Mark Hogg, the new Guinness record holder.
Now, tonight's Guinness record recap. Julia Ganussi of Foothill Ranch, California, showed us why she's in the record book as the world's most tattooed woman. From Tucson, Arizona, Alex the Parrot's astounding display of intelligence gave us all something to think about.
You'll be good.
It's no wonder why Alex is in the record book as the world's smartest parrot. Super Joe Reed flirted with disaster 14 stories above downtown Los Angeles when he set a new Guinness record for a 65-foot building-to-building motorcycle jump. Back in our studio, Rebel XD of Chicago, Illinois, rapped an amazing 683 syllables in under a minute, earning him the title of the world's fastest rapper. In Mona, Thailand, Hu Satiao gave us a look at his record-breaking locks, measuring 16 feet 11 inches, making him the man with the world's longest hair. And Mark Hogg from Louisville, Kentucky, wormed his way into the record book by swallowing an amazing 57 Nightcrawlers. If you want to break or set a record here on Guinness Primetime, we want to hear from you. So drop us a line to Guinness Primetime, P.O. Box 4361, Hollywood, California, 90028. Or give us a call at 1-888-751-8088. That's 1-888-751-8088.
Here's just a sample of what you'll see on Guinness World Records Prime Time in the weeks to come.
How could this young man survive with half a head and half a brain? You'll see the record-setting surgery that gave a hard Israfel a new lease on life. And one man, one fire truck, and 12,000 pounds of thrust. Will Tom Seidel and his rocket truck have what it takes to set a new Guinness land speed record? Plus, he's the world's most elastic man. You won't believe what he has to do to earn his Guinness title. Then, James Gill Jr. was born 18 weeks prematurely, weighing just 1 pound 6 ounces. He wasn't expected to live. You'll hear the whole story behind his miraculous Guinness record. And they came from all over the globe for one extreme world record. 53 skydivers attempt to connect in one perilous formation, 3 miles above the earth. Don't miss this Guinness exclusive. Also, if you were freaked out by the human toolbox, you won't believe the human pincushion. This might be the most bizarre, painful, and dangerous record ever attempted on air. Watch as he places 9-inch steel spike needles into his face. You'll see it, but you won't believe it.
Before we go, we promised you one last look at the world's most tattooed woman. Here is Julia Gannussi's latest work of art. Our thanks to Julia Gannussi, the world's most tattooed woman. Tonight you witnessed some amazing people make Guinness history. My thanks to all of them. For everyone here at Guinness Primetime, I'm Chris Collinsworth. Good night.
If you like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more. And check out my Facebook page for other exciting content.